Are you still out there counting saplings? And if so,
Ken
what is the
Hobo,
count up to?
how long have you been playing this game? Ever since 2014. Late 2014.
Hmm. Wow. You had fun. Good, good. Yeah, folks, if you're not already, and I can't imagine why you wouldn't be, but if you enjoy TLD at all, make sure you're giving Kimmy a follow. Absolute titan of the community here on Twitch. And it's like real, very chill streams to hang out in. And I see deeply knowledgeable. And you got good people over there. Oh, and well, also my hire, welcome in. Good to see you. Uh, and yeah, folks, if you came in with Kimmy and you don't know me, hi, I am Trooper Barry. Call myself a variety streamer who happens to play a lot of the Long Dark. Uh, we are currently in the midst of my achievement run, where we're trying to we're grinding the last Steam achievements that I don't have. Um, Before I picked this back up yesterday, we had just got the 25 days in Langston Mine achievement, which is why we've been in. Well, we've been in the Zoc for like 40 odd days, but I haven't actually seen above ground for most of that. But yeah, so we're just about to wrap up our time here because well, there's only so much we can do. Yeah, we're down to two achievements. I gotta survive 25 cougar attacks, which I'm not eager to do, and then we gotta survive 1,000 days. And we are where are we? We are yeah about day we're on day 715. We got a ways to go. Also, hey, my hire, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, so we're just about to wrap up. The only problem is I I may have slightly over prepared to stay in the mine. So I might have made a few too many birch bark teas and briar house pies, among other things. So I'm trying to eat through a little bit of that before we go, just to cut down on the old carry weight. Be lurking while you walked. Okay, thank you so much for the lurk, Kimmy. Yeah, yeah. Please, any post streamer care you got to do, hydrate, medicate, snackinate. Please feel free, and give the doggos our best. Okay, but yeah, so I'm running into the same problem that a lot of people in long-term runs will have. Like, what do you do to keep yourself on task, focused? You know, so your mind doesn't wander and you start doing silly things. Because it's when you start doing silly things that you lose long-term runs before you intend to. Is that yeah, that's a wolf. I cleared this entire stretch out like a day or two ago, and I already have wolves back here. Yeah, Load Tree was saying earlier that the spawn rates for far territory zones might be more accelerated compared to uh, zones in the base game, and the the rapidity with which I'm having wolves come back suggests that there might be something to that. Now, part of me wants to go out and snipe that wolf and just remove it from the equation, but I'm well. Part of it is I'm out of practice when it comes to killing, so, because I spent so much time away from this run, and we did actually a misery run that got us all the way to the achievement, and we also did what was that? Oh, wires. No. We also did when Thor's Jack of No Trades run, where the whole goal was to gain as few skill points as possible. So obviously there's no archery happening there because you, know, you learn something, and learning is dangerous. So I think I'm going to be annoying and boring and, let discretion be the better part of valor. I am going to go kill that doggo, but I'm going to do it when it's light out and we are fully rested because what's the rush? I mean, it's already locked in. We're going to get to 1,000 wolf kills long before we get to 1,000 days. Yeah, we cracked 900. And and for the record, that is not me like setting out with the explicit brief of killing as many wolves as possible. That's just been in our regular day-to-day activities. Again, we did not seek violence. Violence found us. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I almost said that with a straight face. All right. Let's see. So what do we want to schlep? I'll take those. I want to stock up on birch bark again, not because we need birch bark tea, God no, but I want to have more for trading later because these are our harvestable plants that we're going to use for any trade that advocates those. Rose hips are for pemmican and pemmican only. You'll take those and those and that and that. Well, no, yeah, I'll keep that. That hammer is going to the forge in the airfield. Yeah, flares not so much. Pry bar doesn't. Yeah, the woodworking tools are coming
This
with.
pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, hush, you're fine. Where are those? 82. Well, I mean, we could. Real quick, if I wanted to repair these, what does that take? 2 scrap metal and tools. Okay, well, we got that. There. Oh, is it light? Actually, yes, it is. Just. There we go. Yeah, the state of our crampons wasn't a huge deal, but, every little bit helps. Right. Yeah, as you can see, I'm very much of the DH done pile o crap school of inventory management. It would make more sense to have things in. I mean, we have multiple lockers we could use for sensible storage solutions, but eh. Like as I was telling Low Tree earlier, I'm very much a path of least resistance kind of player. So we'll play it as it lies, as they say in golf. Oh, right. And speaking of over preparing, I also had yeah, I have 70 leftover pemmican bars from our little sojourn in the mines. I think how much did I have? Did I write that down? I thought I did. Uh, if I did, it's not on the notebook anywhere near me. But yeah, rest assured, yeah, I had like dozens of Briar House pies. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 27 peach pies, 38 Briar House pies, 112 pemmican bars, and 105 birch bark teas. So I may have just slightly overestimated the demands of standing still in the dark for the best part of a month. Well, live and learn. Okay, let's keep our shuttle runs going. We're going to head back to Transfer Pass, drop off some stuff there, and then we'll come back. We might make our final preparations. I'm going to have to see what am I going to do? Like I mean, we have like a couple dozen coffees. That's not a bad. We can manage that. What am I going to do with like 5 or 6 dozen birch bark teas? It's like, even at like 0.1 kilograms per, it's still going to add up real quick. Well, anyway, it's a nice problem. Yeah, it's like one of the problems that, oh no, my steak is too juicy. I have too much regenerative tea on my person. Oh, woe is me. Oh well, yeah. Yeah, first post-apocalyptic world problems. Anyway, but yeah, I hope everyone's weekend is going all right. Ooh, excuse me, my throat decided to seize up there for whatever reason. Yeah, we've been yeah here in Hong Kong we are very much in the throes of typhoon season. We it's it's been basically swinging a pendulum between like mid 30s and high humidity or like upper 20s, low 30s, high humidity and heavy rain. Because we've had what a couple tropical depressions roll through the neighborhood. We've had at least 2 named storms, although thankfully those either took a big left turn and hit Hainan, or took an even bigger right-hand turn and booked it, took a direct shot at Shanghai. The Li Ka-shing field is in full effect. And I suppose for those of you who are not familiar with Hong Kong lore, which is probably most of you, there's a almost like a meme, if you will, that the influence of the billionaire industrialist philanthropist etc. Li Ka-shing basically so the Li field keeps away severe storms, but only on business days. So if it's a weekend when like the markets aren't open, then yeah, we'll get hit by whatever. But if it's going to be an impediment to business, Li Ka-shing will be there. Wait, did I not harvest you? Oh, I didn't. Well, let me get you on the way back. I'm already heavy. Oh, oh, wait. Okay, no, that's a different doggo, right? Right. Yeah, yeah. The one I harvested while being at risk of chemical poisoning, that was a different one. Yeah, that one I just straight up missed the shot and had to deal with it from melee range. Yeah, yeah. Thankfully, the the game is kind enough not to differentiate between which wolves we killed with our shots and which ones we had to deal with manually. Because especially early in the run, um, at worst that was a 50-50 split. It might have even been leaning toward the melee side. Because I was not good with the bow when I started this run. Wait, well, God, when did I? Oh, that's right. Yeah, this so yeah, this run started actually right after the Great Forgetting of December 2022, when Hinterland redid the save framework and wiped everyone's saves. And yeah, I started this one immediately after, and it's been going ever since. Now, not continuously. If it was, I'd hit 1,000 days a long time ago. But yeah, I started this one to. Yes, I started this save, this run, as I said, just for grinding achievements. Because at the time, actually, I'll even show you. So here's you got Snowwalker, Cold Fusion, and then Book Smarts. Now you might be wondering why those three, especially Book Smarts. Because if you're gonna have a long run, you're gonna get all your skills up just by doing them, regardless. And that is an accurate statement. But here's the thing: at the time, those were the only feats. Astrid, please, I'm speechifying. At the time, those were the only feats I had unlocked. To say nothing of the achievements. It's been over the course of the intervening 4-ish years. Astrid, please stop interrupting me. We have company. In the intervening years, we whittled that. Well, before the before the DLC achievements got added, I actually did have TLD 100%ed. Like the last one, the last ones were uh, Stone Age Sniper, actually, Faithful Cartographer, and then 500 Days, the will to live. There's no Astrid to live for whatever reason, but all right. But yeah, I got the. We were basically after I nearly threw the run in the HRV basin because I got moose stomped and I did not have any painkillers on me, and there's only enough rose hips for one team. Well, the world got real small, and basically I spent the next 50 or so days doing nothing but fishing in Coastal Highway. Okay, so here we are. They're just about cured. They are cured. Lovely. Let's see, where do I want to stick everything? Well, let's leave it where we can see it. Yeah, actually, that is fine. Oh, right. I got this. There we go. Yeah, all these rosehips are coming back to Coastal Highway because one day they will be pemmican bars. No disrespect to rosehip pies. I'm sure they're lovely, but we got the recipe, we got the rosehips. We're gonna maximize our pemmican stalks. No, I'll hold on to those. We're gonna do a little bit of mapping in the airfield. Oh, right. This is staying here. I got one set of woodworking tools in Coastal because that's where I made the furniture workbench and the curing box at Misanthropes. Yeah, we'll deposit these. Don't need them. I went through so much trouble to get these caffeine pills. It was like months and months of going back and forth with Sutherland. I got offered them a single time. And then I spent 25 days in the mine, never even touched them. Oh well, what are you going to do? And not that they're bad. Because like one caffeine pill. Oh, let me get those rifle rounds too. When we go back. Yeah, one caffeine pill gives you like a third of your fatigue bar back, as well as 5 calories. So don't overlook that. All right, we'll head back. We'll get more. But yeah, I think I either overestimated the demands of standing in the dark and partially disassembling a moose-hide cloak for 25 days, or perhaps I underestimated how effective Briar House pies and pemmican bars would be at keeping our condition and our fatigue up. And apparently taking the edge off cabin fever too. Because according to the stats, I caught cabin fever 8 times despite never leaving the mine. So I guess one or both of those must have taken so much outdoor time off of cabin fever that it rolled off and then had to roll back on again. So not a I did not expect that. I went with the pies and the pemmican for condition recovery and just for being calorie dense and easy to make. But I'll certainly take the bonus as well. Now, could I tell you which one did it? Not off the top of my head. Because I think, well, okay, and again, we were discussing this earlier. The TLD wiki. I mean, you all know it. I won't say you love it, but you're probably familiar with it. Basically, any recipe that says, it has an effect on cabin fever. Like it's all listed as minimal on the wiki. Like it makes it sound like at best it'll shave a couple hours that you're supposed to spend outdoors. So that might have been why I was taken aback at just how much we were able to trivialize cabin fever. I mean, granted, we Did we go the best part of a month without sleeping? Yes. But did it leave our health in poor shape? No. Not in the slightest. Okay, what am I gonna do with you? Okay, we got chemical poisoning risk. It's only gonna go up. You know what? No, we're gonna learn from the mistakes of the past. And by the past, I mean yesterday. Because yesterday I harvested up the wolf right near the schmutz, and it ended up taking us to 50 something percent risk. And we were stinky on the way in, and we encountered a wolf on the way to the camp. And we know there's a wolf waiting for us just across the way. We saw it lurking about while we were wrapping up the previous evening. Speaking of, do we want to do that? I could. Maybe I should. Again, not that we need the hide and guts. We got oh so many, but if only to make the world a little safer. I am slightly low on arrows, but I have tons of feathers. I have, what, 5 or 6 arrowheads, and we have cured birch saplings aplenty. So it is it is an issue easily remedied whenever I can get around to it. Okay, looking for the doggo. Yeah, I was looking out the window. It was somewhere around here. I mean, truthfully, we don't need to take this fight. Because we're not walking around stinky. There's no reason it should come bother us. But the fact that I know it's out there bothers me. So the question is, can I get out of my own way and then just focus on the task at hand? And the answer there is a definite maybe. Yeah, just don't. We'll save on our bow condition. We'll save on our arrow condition. If it comes to calling, we will answer. But let's not borrow trouble from the future. Rightio. So there's that. What else do we need to bring with us? Aside from the birch bark tea, I need to have a think about that. Well, we can take the coffee at least. Where does that leave us? We still have a little room left. Actually, do I have? No. I mean, I have thermal flasks, but they're in here. Right? There we are. Because I can take those, fill that up. There. So that's most of them. And then, yeah, we got 8 there. We got 8 in the other one. And we got 7 just, it's our walking around coffee. All right. Yeah, it is not a weight savings because, yeah, we're heavier because as we didn't lose any coffee and we added the zero point 0.4 kilograms from the 2 insulated flasks. But hey, it keeps our inventory a little neater, and in TLD, isn't that just as important? No, it really isn't, but whatever. Let me have that. Because I have a single hook on it, so we can take care of those. Yeah, actually, yeah, I just did that to get the that annoying hook out of my inventory. But making that reminds me, if there's one thing I need to do, and one thing that might help us both accelerate time and future-proof our long-term survival capabilities, I need to be better about making fishing tip-ups and using them. I was gonna do that in our misery run, and then an Aurora Wolf jumped us and basically ruined all my plans. So, but if we can reassemble the what? Yeah, the literal ton of fish I had sitting on the ice in coastal. I think that would be, we don't have to level the skill, but if we can have all that potential vitamin C, calories, and lamp oil, I think that would be a great help. Yeah, so partly from power fishing and partly from power passing time, when we got to 500 days in this run, when I initially abandoned it, we had like thousands of kilograms of fish sitting on the ice. Like I'll show you. Yeah, fish caught. Almost 3,200 kilograms, but only 488 kilograms of consumed fish. It was all sitting out there. And then the DLC update happened, and all that fish, all that fish and all the firewood and coal that were there to help me fish all got zooped into the lost and found box outside the Quonset, as well as my bedroll, which made things slightly awkward for a while. Okay, what else are we taking with us? God, that's a lot of lamp oil. Oh right. I'm gonna. Yeah, I wanted that. Oh yeah, I wanted those. That's another thing I could and maybe should do, is actually, I mean, spend time actually getting good with the rifle. Because I've got decent with the bow, and like the revolver is my preferred Timberwolf killing implement. I am just god awful with the rifle. As for whatever reason, I cannot be like, I can hit a big target, but you want me to hit the head or the neck? I'm just terrible. The only reason I got through episode, what was it, 2 of story mode is because it was story mode. Yeah, like the only weapon you had, you couldn't make a bow. There's no revolver. Maybe there was a flare gun, but yeah, your main avenue of self-defense was the rifle. And I did it was not, it was not a maximal optimal solution for me. Okay. I'll have that. Cloth wise, we're okay. I'm fine leaving those tools, leaving some matches behind. We're totally fine. Don't think we're gonna need a pry bar. I'll take some herbal tea. Drugs wise, we're fine. Where's our non-ruined energy drink? There, I'll take you. The rest can stay. Yeah, I said at one point we weren't going to leave until we went through all of our pies. That was a lie. Okay, yeah. So at the train depot, I only have, yeah, I got a couple pieces of ptarmigan and rabbit. I mean, I have like 70 pemmican bars. See, I got room for about 1.5 kilos. So I could take 5 of these and be fine. Okay, we're just over. Yeah, it's all right. But yeah, so the moment we step out the door, if that wolf is still out there, it's going to make its presence known. And honestly, that's okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I am, well, I'm not forgetting something. I know it's there. I'm leaving it behind anyway. Actually, I'm going to make a note of it. There. Much better. In camp locker. There. Yes, and apologies to those who saw my note-taking style and started to flinch. I have been told that my way of keeping notes is triggering for some people, and honestly, I get it. But yeah, like most things, it's purely just for it's for me to be able to reference at a glance. So I'll keep tabs on, say, if I'm leaving certain tools or mostly yeah, like hides, guts, saplings, stuff like that. Yeah, I won't go like if I'm going to leave, say, a knife or a whetstone, or I'm not going to get that granular. I don't want to turn the notes into a spreadsheet, but I do. I like having all that info in one place because I have seen people rather than using that one page, they'll make notes on specific days. I can see the utility in that. Problem is, like when we're this deep in a run, I feel like that would involve even more scrolling, and I don't know that it's going to be. Yeah, I spend more time scrolling, and if we're in a hurry, well, if you're in a hurry, you shouldn't be scrolling anyway. Which, that's just common sense. But yeah, again, it works for me. It might not work for you, and that's totally fine. Some people just reject the idea of keeping notes altogether. I don't know how they function on long-term runs, but hey, abundanza. Maybe if you choose to live that way and everything's a surprise. Whoa, there's there's a big hunk of meat outside camp office. How'd that get there? I think the uncertainty in that approach will probably get to me, but the delight of constantly finding loot past you left behind. I mean that there's a certain allure to that. Okay, see, it is. Yeah, it's about 3 p.m. ish. We're about a little bit more than a third fatigue. It's been a hot minute. I'm trying to think how long of a trip it is from the depot to the hangar. Because it's Forsaken Airfield. Everywhere is just miles away from everywhere else. As it normally, my normal play would be once you come out of that initial tunnel, gully, what have you, I take the goat down from Wheelie's turn, and then it's just a quick hop, skip, and a jump over the ridge, and then you're at the hangar. But I guess alternatively, we am I gonna deal with you? No. what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flex on you so hard. I'm gonna do something you can never do. Hey, you watching? You watching? You watching? Want to see a magic trick? I'm gonna disappear, and there's nothing you can do about it. Boom. I am so spiteful. But again, I'm spiteful toward wolves. And if there's any being in this game that has it coming, it's wolves. Yeah, so we could take our usual route, take the goat down to the hangar. It'll probably be a little late, but we can make it happen. Or we can go down the quote unquote normal way and maybe stop for the night at Junkers. It'll take longer, but also safer. Because I don't know. Do they still have the wolves down on the marsh behind the hangar? It used to be that was a reliable wolf spawn, but maybe that's not a thing anymore. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I will leave these here for future us. And we'll do a bit of inventory management. Okay, let me just grab this
I wonder if I can drop any
now
of this gear.
so I don't forget it. Because I will. Uh, you know what? I'm going to leave one container of coffee here. And I'll leave that. Yeah, you know what? These can stay here. And maybe we'll have one for the road. Oh, the boots. Oh, heck. No, actually, that's fine. We can leave the boots here for the next time we go into the Zoc. Yeah. That actually makes more sense. So we don't have to walk through part of the zone to get to the bit with the protective boots. There. We'll pop those bad boys on instead. Okay. Anything else? We got some stickage. Meds are fine. Uh, Actually, let me leave a couple of those. That is all fine. Those are all fine. I'll keep those. I'll leave that. We're not going to be doing any fishing. Yeah, I'll leave the woodworking tools. We might bring them back to Lower Great Bear. We might not. Those are definitely coming with us. Oh, but not those. Yep, that looks just fine. All right. There you go. Have a big old sip of coffee, Astrid, because it is time to go, go, go. Yeah, we're leaving right before sundown. I do not love that. but it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Right. Yeah, my thinking here is, are we? No. Well, are we gonna get? No, actually, the sky is clearing up. I think we'll be all right. Yeah. So my thinking, and one of the, I was talking earlier about what do we do to keep ourselves on task? Like, what are our intermediate goals? So one thing I hit on was, can we get to say 40 days in each zone, each major zone? Like we're not spending 40 days in Transfer Pass. Sorry, not sorry. And I think, yeah, at the very least we can push it to 40 because, with one notable exception, we're up to at least 30 days in pretty much every major zone. The exception is BlackRock, which we're 700 odd days into this run. I have 9 days in BlackRock. Now, probably much like my approach to the Langston Mine Stay, I might very well be building that up to be something more than it actually is. Like, I've spent a good amount of time in BlackRock. I've done episode 4 multiple times. We've even been there on this run because we had to find all the bunkers. And we had to find, what was it, the Warden's Revolver. Because we had to find all the firearm variants. So, BlackRock is not unknown to me. It's just, it's not my favorite place, and if I had my druthers, I'd rather not be there. And I know part of it is I have lost runs in BlackRock to the Timberwolves specifically. But maybe as part of this, this run and my development as a long dark player, maybe we should make that one of our intermediate goals to at least get BlackRock up to 30 days. So how would we do that? So what does BlackRock not have? Well, there's not a lot of cloth. So, like, if Timbies start tearing up our clothes, maintaining them could be an issue. But we can bring cloth. Food. Well, maybe an issue, but we can bring. And also, I mean, like this, we can eat Timbies. There are multiple bears. There's the one by the substation. There's the one by Bear Bend, and I'm probably forgetting one. Yes. There's one. I think there's still one that wanders, like, the interior. I'm trying to visualize the map, and it's not helping. I mostly know it because I got jumped by that bear when I was looking for the convict bunker during episode 4. But my instinct is that there's 3 bears. as well as the moose, which might still be on the pond by bricklayers. So yeah, it's not like there's a lack of animals to kill for food. Okay, what are we? Yeah, you know what? Let's take this goat. It's one of my favorite goats. It is again, because it's in the airfield. It's a huge time saver. Right. Oh yeah. So for those not who don't normally come this way, or you don't know the goat, so I think if we come up here, we're gonna get the pop up for Wheelie's turn. Yeah, there. That's further down than I thought. So a quick and efficient way of getting from here down to the airfield without having to go all the way around, down the slope, past junkers, right at the fork in the road, and then follow the road all the way in, what you can do is come this way. So we come down here. Oh, have I just fucked myself? I might have. No, isn't this where we usually are? Or have I fabricated a goat out of whole cloth? I even did a video on this damn thing. I should know it. Well, we're committed. Right. So that is not normally how that's meant to go. No, we should have gone down over here. Yeah, I turned off too soon. What you want to do is you want to go down this way, because see, there's more spots to stop. You can tell how often I come this way. Okay, how are we? Oh, it's just a sprained ankle, and then we lost a bunch of condition. You know what? Here, have one of those. But I'm not gonna heal the ankle until we get all the way down, because otherwise we're just asking the game to sprain it all over again. Okay, gently. I say that now. Okay, now that we're off the slope, now we fix it. Oh yeah, what did they do to our clothing? Other than the pants, nothing too terrible. Okay, well, yeah, we very much got away with one there. Right, so then the express route to the hangar is just this way. You follow the marsh. You keep the rocks on your right. Yeah, usually there's a wolf or two down here, but I guess the wildlife refresh took them elsewhere. And honestly, I'm not that upset by it. Yeah, so we got to go up over this ridge, and then up over the other ridge, and then the hangar should be just just a little ways away. And we'll leave the cattails there. Those are there for future us. Right? I mean, I haven't been away that long. I can't have forgotten everything. Yep, yep, okay, yeah, there's the control tower, and there's the hangar. Awesome. Yeah, it's a great time saver, just as long as you don't, as long as you remember where you're supposed to start the goat. Not where I just did. Now, did I remember correctly? Do we have some food deposited here right outside the door? Because that would be a big help. Oh boy, do we. We got bar. We got some wolf. I don't see any water, but we can fix that without too much issue. Okay. There we go. Yeah, you can... Oh, there's even a bear hide. Oh, it's perfect. We can fix our bear coat. Nice. Okay. You love to see it. Yeah, we got some... Wait, did I bring the... I did not. Okay. We left the arrow making materials back at transfer pass. That's totally fine. Not a big deal. First things first, let's deposit the hammer. And if there's already a hammer there, I'm going to be very, very annoyed with myself. Oh, there's already a hacksaw here. Perfect. Oh, we actually have a arrow shaft. We got the... All right, well, if we get an arrowhead, there's at least one arrow we can make. And, there's... Why are there two? Okay, well, now I'm doubly annoyed with myself. Gosh, dang it. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm I'm just that fastidious. Uh no, let's save that. We're almost out of daylight. And I don't... Why is there a snare? Yeah, we're short enough on daylight. I don't want to start repairing the bear coat and then run out of light midway through. I don't I don't know if I don't know how the game would treat that. If it would let us finish or if we get the bear hide back, but I really don't want to chance it. So we shan't. Oh wow, there's actually more food left over than I expected. Oh, in addition to the wolves. All right. I will take a crack at this while we still have the light. Lovely. Uh, okay, yeah, we lost a few percent on the deer boots, But we do have a deer hide cured and waiting, so that's not so much of an issue. Cool. Excuse me. Right, so note to myself when I'm watching this VOD back, if we can fill in this part of the map, that'd be fine. But mostly, we're going to go explore like this quadrant here. Because really, it's the last part of the map we haven't thoroughly searched. We got the one cabin up here. What was it, the pensive cabin? I don't know. And then there's the Drift Island cottage. Yeah, Drift Island, whichever. We got the chopper crash over here, as well as the cougar. There's a transition cave up there. We got Pride Rock down here. The plane crash, Hunter Blind, other chopper crash. Oh, that must have been one of the not a Tails cache, but like the other setting, the yellow setting for the handheld. But yeah, we basically don't know a whole lot about this chunk here, and that's what I'd like to see if we can fix in the next 4 days, let's say. We only in Sundered Pass for 15 days. Could we do another 15 days in Sundered Pass? I think so. Now the question is, how much of that 15 days would we spend just on the half of the map that doesn't have Timberwolves? I don't I don't know that I would be eager to go wandering along the road that goes past the cottages and then the Timberwolf packs and the bear and then the one lake with the fishing hut with the Timberwolf packs. Or there's that network of little gullies and hills and whatnot with the Timberwolf packs. And I mean, there's more to Sundered Pass than people think, but there's also the Timberwolf packs, and they're just around every damn corner. And like even if if they're not a threat, they're annoying enough to where it'll make you think twice about just dealing with them in general. Whereas if you take the left of the fork in the road, yeah, you've got wolves, but you also have deer and rabbits and ptarmigans and sticks. Imagine missing sticks, but you will. All right. Any other last minute stuff? I don't think so. Okay. It sounds like I missed an aurora. Honestly, that's fine. Okay. I was pushing 1 in the morning. Well, for me, for Astrid, it's getting close to sunrise. Yeah, let's at least get to sunup, and then we can reevaluate. Because I hate just passing time, but sometimes it's just not a whole heck of a lot else you can do. Okay, the sun is technically up. We'll take that. Yeah, and because I need to be at work in about 7 hours or so, we I should probably call it here. Let's see. So we reached we sorry 716 days. I'm always tickled. We've cleared the 2 million calorie expended mark. Chipping away at the airfield. Let's see, 717, and where are we? Wolf kills 906. Awesome. Excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna leave it there. I do need to run off to bed because work calls on the morrow. But man, thank you to everyone for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, thank you, chatties. Thank you, lurkers. Will, Load Tree, Pancake, Stewie. Thank you all. And then big thanks to Kimiota for the raid, as well as to My Hire for the follow. Thank you all so much. But yeah, appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. Oh, right. So, this coming week, we are going to do more TLD, but there's also going to be, I think on Thursday, one of the most anticipated games is coming out, Hell Maiden. You might remember me playing the demo for that. And the sales pitch is fantastic. It's Vampire Survivors meets Hades, but it's set in Dante's Divine Comedy trilogy, and all the characters are sapphic anime girls. It is bug nuts, but it's also a lot of fun. And if you're wondering, totally safe for work. It's from the same people who did Little Goody Two Shoes, which got a little bit of attention and got published by Square Enix somehow. But yeah, that's coming out this week. I'm gonna jump on that. It's only an early access, but I still want to get my teeth into it. And then we'll do more TLD come the weekend. Anyway, appreciate y'all being here. YouTube friends, thank you for being here. We'll see you next time, and bye for now.